सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। अखण्डं सच्चिदानन्दम् अवाङ्मनसगोचरम् आत्मानमखिलाधारम् आश्रयेऽभीष्टसिद्धये अर्थतोऽप्यद्वयानन्दान् अतीतद्वैतभानतः गुरूणाराध्य वेदान्त सारं वक्ष्ये यथामति। Yes. Kritartha ji, yeah. Summary, yes.
So, in the last class, we were seeing the results of Nididhyasana, and we had seen three benefits. The first benefit is Viparita Bhavana Nivritti, and even though Viparya is removed by Jnanam, Viparita Bhavana is in the form of Sanskara. Therefore, by mere Jnanam, Sanskara is not removed. For removing Sanskara, Abhyasa is required, and therefore this Viparita Bhavana still needs to be removed by Nididhyasana. And
in case of the person who has samskaras stronger than the knowledge, if samskara is weaker and knowledge is strong, then knowledge will nullify, overpower. But in most cases, samskara is stronger than the knowledge. Therefore, Nididhyasana is required. Why I have to say this? Because principally we accept that Shravanam itself is enough for Atmadhyana. The Manana and Nididhyasanam Pratibandhaka Nivritti Dvarena Sadhanam Bhavati. In Brahma Sutra we have seen that. Therefore we have to add this.
And so in this first benefit, the wrong conclusions or the habitual wrong conclusions are corrected. And the second step as a consequence of this is correction in the thinking pattern, and because of that, correction in the behavior pattern. And here we had seen one more point yesterday that regarding behavior that or regarding thinking that now my actions won't be for fulfillment, but they will come out of fulfillment or in spite of fulfillment.
With fulfillment.
With fulfillment.
In spite we don't say in. With fulfillment. Means fulfillment is already there. Prarabdhavashat, the karma continues.
And then the third benefit which we saw yesterday was Nitya Brahmatma Jnana Nishtha. Nitya Mukta Brahmatma Jnana Nishtha. That is abidance in the knowledge that I am Brahma, which is ever free. And here we had seen the distinction between the second and third benefit. The second benefit is mind-centered freedom, and third benefit is Atma-centered freedom. And this alone is the final intended benefit of Vedanta, that claiming that I am ever free irrespective of the condition of the body-mind-sense complex.
But at the same time, we have seen that second benefit has significance. No? Oh.
But at the same time, when second benefit has been worked upon for sufficiently, that is, second benefit has been claimed sufficiently, only
has been attained. You need not say claim. Has been attained sufficiently.
Only then one is eligible for the third benefit. And after seeing this topic of Nididhyasana, we had entered the topic of Samadhi. And before entering there, we had saw the definition of Samadhi. Since the Granthakara does not give it here, we had given it. And it was
That's a good thing. Good. Yeah, I also had tried this, that it's not given. So we'll give. Correct. Nice. So something to feel good.
another definition is chittasya nyayatmana or dhyayatmana nishchalavasthanam. That is distraction free abidance of the mind as Nyayam Brahma or Dhyayam Brahma. And we have further seen that even Samadhi as such is not a sadhana, in the sense that one cannot try for Samadhi. Samadhi is something which happens when one does Nididhyasanam sufficiently and properly. But still it is given here to show that this is something that can be attained and it is important. To suggest these two things, Samadhi is mentioned here as a sadhana.
See, for a person who has done Nididhyasanam for sufficient length of time, he will have very little runway. Nididhyasanam is a runway. Samadhi is a taking off. So, for him it is almost like he is entering into Samadhi. So, that possibility is there, but still starts with Nididhyasanam.
And then in 193, we are seeing the text there.
190 page or
190 para.
Okay, no, because I heard page.
He did not say specific.
Only 193.
Okay, I was
Whatever we.
Okay.
Samadhi vividah savikalpakah nirvikalpah cha iti. Samadhi is of two types, savikalpaka and nirvikalpaka, in this manner. And here, what does savikalpaka mean? Savikalpaka means vikalpena saha vartate iti. So the Samadhi which is endowed with the division. Division of what? The division in the form of dhyaya, dhyata and dhyanam. So Samadhi in which there is absorption of the mind, but still awareness of the division that I am the meditator, I am meditating on Brahma. This awareness is still there. And then nirvikalpaha Samadhi. The Samadhi in which the awareness of the difference that I am the meditator, I am meditating on Brahma, this kind of awareness is not there. The difference is still there, but it is in so subtle form that it is not there. Awareness about it is not there.
Manifest division is not there.
And then Granthakara says in 194 para Tatra Savikalpakah Nama Nyatru Jnanadi Vikalpa Layan Laya Anapekshaya Advitiya Vastuni Tadakara Karitayaha Chittavrittehe Avasthanam. So Tatra Savikalpaka Nirvikalpa Yoho Madhye, among the Savikalpaka and Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Now Savikalpaka Nama. Savikalpaka Samadhi means Chittavrittehe Avasthanam, abidance of the thoughts of the mind. In what? Advitiya Vastuni, in non-dual reality. And what kind of abidance it is there? Nyatru Jnanadi Vikalpa Laya Anapekshaya. The abidance without expecting the dissolution of the difference in the form of meditator, the object of meditation, etc.
Actually, he is a meditator, meditation, and Jnanam here is Dhyanam. Anyway, etc. Then?
And then what kind of chittavritti will it be? Tadakara karitayaha. It means chittavritti which has assumed the nature or shape of that non-dual reality. In simple words, it means Brahmakara chittavritti.
Okay, in simple words, what is Savikalpa Samadhi?
In simple words, it will be abidance of the mind in non-dual reality, where the awareness of the difference of meditator, the meditation, etc. is still there.
Good. Okay. Up to this we have seen, no?
Swamiji, I have a doubt here.
Yes, please.
When we are seeing the second result of Nididhyasana, that is behavior change and the thinking pattern change. We said that in the result of Mananam is Dhrida Nishchaya. So, shouldn't the Nishchaya be the factor which will give rise to my change in thinking pattern and change in behavior, and so this might be the result of Mananam itself?
No, in Mananam what happens, that person has got cognitive change, but it has not percolated enough to bring the change in attitude. So, if the person is principally convinced now, but that a conviction has not influenced the habitual pattern. In some area his thinking will be different. Now he will not look upon Ishvara as somebody different, and all this is not there. But day to day life thinking is there, no? That thinking, looking upon the world to be the source of happiness, or looking upon oneself to be victimized, etc., in that change might be marginal. We don't say Mananam will not bring change, but change will be very palpable after the Nididhyasana. If samskaras are strong. At Manan level also, suppose Mananam conviction is strong enough to overpower samskara, then change at that time itself will happen. Otherwise, the change will be there. At every level it will be there. After Shravanam also it will be there. Every level. But change will be palpable, very strong after the Nididhyasana. In most cases, as I told you, we are talking about most cases, not every case. A person is has very much predominance of this cognitive aspect, and everything is governed by his cognitive. He has been living that type of life. Then after Madhanam itself, so much change will be happening. Some people are highly rationalized. For them, conviction will make so much difference. But most people are not. Many things in our life, principally we agreed, but life, we don't have that type of thinking. Actually, when situation arises, our thinking is different. So that particular, this pattern thinking, that's why we use the word pattern. Pattern of thinking, habitual pattern of thinking is changed considerably after the Nididhyasana. But you are right, after Mananam also it does change. Alright, in that after Shravanam itself happens. To the extent, it has affected the samskaras. Because samskara affects our thinking. Habitual thinking, Is it clear? Okay. Alright, now, so samadhihi vividaha savikalpakaha nirvikalpakaha cha iti samadhi vivida. Iti has got the connection with vividaha samadhi. And tatra, of these two, savikalpaka samadhi means chitta vrittehe avasthanam, abidance of the chitta vritti in advitiya vastuni, in advitiya vastu, non-dual reality. And we saw yesterday, chitta vritti abiding in advitiya vastu means what? Chitta vritti remaining focused, entertaining or having focused on dealing with advitiya vastu. That is called avasthanam. So chitta vrittehe avasthanam advitiya vastuni. And what type of chitta vritti? Tadakara karita. Means advitiya vastvakara karita. The chitta vritti which has assumed the shape or the feature of this advitiya vastu. Means, in simple words, brahmakara karita or brahmakara chitta vritti. Chitta vritti which is focused on Brahma, or otherwise called akhandakara. And it will be in the form of aham brahmasmi. So aham brahmasmi iti akarayaha chitta vrittehe avasthanam. In what? Advitiya vastuni. Means Chitta Vritti continues to continues to be centered on Advitya Vastu. That is called Avasthanam. Chitta Vritti remaining centered on Advitya Vastu. That is called Avasthanam. And that Avasthanam is Savikalpa when Natru Dhanadi Vikalpa Laya Anapekshaya. When that Avasthanam is characterized by expectation or absence of expectation or laya, resolution of vikalpa. Vikalpa means the division in the division of natru, gnana, etc. So division in the form of or division of dhyata, dhyanam, dhyaya. The division is still there and still there is abidance of the chitta vritti in advitya vastu. So there is absorption of the mind, continuously remaining focused. The mind continuously remaining focused on advitya vastu. That is there. That is what makes it samadhi. But still there is awareness of natru dhanadi veda. Okay. Then for that particular situation, that I am appreciating what? I am Advitiya Brahma. And still what is there? There is appearance of or cognition of duality. So there seems to be a contradiction. There is a dhyata, dhyana, dhyaya, duality is there, and my appreciation is what? I am Advitiya Brahma. So here Tikakara very nicely says, Bhakshite api lashune na shanto vyadhi. He said a person, he is born in a particular family where garlic is not eaten. There are families who don't eat garlic. So he has been brought up with that. So he doesn't eat garlic. Even though so many advertisements and articles are there that is very good for heart and all this. But this person doesn't eat garlic. But he fell sick. And the Vaidya said, for you, only medicine is what? Lashuna. You have to eat garlic, then only you can come out of this problem. Whatever problem. Because if I tell some solution, people will think, oh, Swamiji is prescribing garlic. I am not. So, whatever problem. They say some problem is solved by that. So, person was helpless. He was very reluctant. Like some people are asked to take eggs. Because you said without egg you will not have this stamina and all this. So this fellow has never eaten in his life. And all people make him eat. And still problem continues. That's what happens here. He ate lashuna, bhakshite api lashune, even this garlic was eaten, na shanto vyadhi. Vyadhi is not shantaha. Similarly, this particular expression is to be seen in a very limited sense here. That this person is doing nididhyasanam samadhi for what purpose? For negating dvaita, remaining in only advaita. So for remaining, for dvaita nishedha, he is doing this nididhyasanam and samadhi. And after doing samadhi also, Dvaita bhanam doesn't go away. So Dvaitam continues to be there. So he did samadhi, he worked very hard, he practiced samadhi, and for samadhi so many things he has to take care, he did it. Still, Dvaitam does not go away. Even when he is doing this dhyanam, I am Advaita, still you are saying that there will be Dvaita bhanam. So, the very purpose is not seem to be solved. The purpose was to negate the Dvaita and remaining only in Advaita. That was the purpose of Nididhyasanam and Samadhi. This person is doing Samadhi, but you are saying still Natruk Dhanadi Vikalpa will continue. So purpose doesn't seem to be solved. So how this Savikalpa Samadhi will help when Dvaita Bhanam continues? Whereas the purpose is to negate Dvaita and remaining only in Advaita. It is something like somebody took bath and he still stinks, So it looks like, so what is the purpose? He applied the soap which is more smelling than the original one. Some small soaps are like this, So he did like that. So for that particular question, the answer is given in the next sentence. Tada mrunmaya gajadi bhane api Vrudbhanavat Dvaita bhane api Advaitam vastu bhasate. Tada means then. Then means what? Savikalpa samadhi kale. At the time of the Savikalpaka samadhi, the samadhi with division. At that time, the connection is what? Dvaita bhane api. In between is a drishtanta. So Savikalpa samadhi kale Dvaita bhane api. What type of Dvaita? Natradi Dvaita bhane api. Even though there is cognition of duality of the meditator, meditated and meditation, still Advaita vastu bhasate. Advaitam alone shines, is evident as vastu, as reality. Even though there is bhanam, there is cognition, there is awareness of the duality of meditator, etc., still Advaita, non-duality alone shines, is evident as reality. Vastu means satyam bhasate. Satyataya bhasate ityarthaha. How it is possible that Dvaita bhanam is there, still Advaita alone shines? Because Dvaitam is understood to be mithya. Since Dvaitam is understood to be mithya, Dhyatradi Bheda is understood to be mithya, therefore the appreciation I am Advitiya Brahma alone overpowers. That alone shines. In fact, it overshines the appearance of Dvaita. So Dvaita Bhanam, appearance of Dvaita, even though it is there, but since Dvaita Mithyatva Nishchaya is there, and therefore Advaitam Bhasate. And how is it possible? For that example is given. Drishtanta is what? Asambhavana buddhi nivrityartham drishtanta. So drishtanta is given. Mrunmaya gajadi bhane api mrudbhanavat. Like some pot maker has made so many toys out of clay. This one is gaja, elephant, some horse, some pot also he has made. So many mrunmaya. Mrunmaya means clay products. Mrunmaya gajadi bhane api. Even though there is appearance, there is cognition of elephant, etc., made up of clay, means duality is seen. One is elephant, other is horse, other is donkey, other is a dog, so many things. When we were small, we used to see this, that out of sugar, they used to make different toys. Have you seen that? You have seen? Huh? You have seen? Out of sugar. Now I remember. White, they used to sell. So they will make different birds and all this. I don't know who will eat this, but some people will eat that. Yeah. Some people will think, I am eating cockroach or something. Dog, etc. I might have it, I don't remember, but I remember there used to be there. So, all of them you see the duality. Then the child will say, I want to have dog only. I want to have this. I want to have this, he will say. And they will fight also. No, why did you take this? I wanted this. But mother will say what? Sarvam Sharkara Mayam. Everything is nothing but sugar. All will taste the same. And weight also must be same because he is pricing same, no? So weight also must be same. Similarly, here, this another example is Mrunmaya Gajadi Bhane Api. Even though there is appearance, there is cognition of the elephant, etc., made up of clay, but since there is a Nishchaya that Gaja, etc., are Mithya, what is Satyam? Mrud eva Satyam. So, Mrud Bhanavat. Still there is appreciation of clay in and through. Even though there is appearance or cognition of elephant, etc., made up of clay, still there is appreciation of clay, which is what? Non-dual. Even while seeing the duality of elephant, etc., there is appreciation of non-dual clay. Mrudbhanavat, like the appreciation of non-dual clay. Non-dual we are using in the area of, in the paradigm of the earthenware, the world of earthenwares. Mrudbhanavat, Advitiya or Advaita Mrudbhanavat. Similarly, Dvaita Bhane Api. Even though there is appearance of the duality of meditator, etc., Advaitam Vastu Bhasate. This Advaitam alone shines as reality. Remember, who is doing meditation? Not that who has just come first day on Vedanta class, pura bitha diya usko meditation. That is not the case. Remember, Tabhyam Nirvichikitse Arthe, that person is doing. So he already has got this understanding that Dvaitam is Mithya. Therefore, Natradi Bheda appearance doesn't affect his appreciation of myself being Advaitam Brahma. That's what Pujya Swamiji used to say. When we say Advaitam, it is not in absence of duality, it is in spite of duality. In spite of duality means in spite of apparent duality. In spite of apparent duality, I appreciate non-duality. Then only my understanding of non-duality is correct. If I say, when is Advaitam? When I sleep. When everything, all thoughts are gone, then you experience Advaita. If that is what your understanding of Advaita, it is incomplete. Because the Advaita we are talking about is not in the absence of experience of Dvaita. We are talking about Advaita, non-duality, in spite of the experience of Dvaita. And how is it possible to appreciate Advaita in spite of seeing or in spite of the appearance of Dvaita? Dvaitasya mithyatva nishayat. Since there is the conviction of Dvaita being mithya, my understanding of Advaita, my appreciation of Advaita is not affected. Therefore, the Dhyatradi Bheda which is appearing will not create any conflict in this Nididhyasu or Samadhistha or Samahita. A person who is doing Samadhi called Samahita, that person will say, oh, I am Advaita. See, but still I am meditator only. See, this meditation, oh, Bheda is there. But still, that conflict is not there. A person is seeing all ornaments, but he is understanding, especially the goldsmith's understanding that all of them are nothing but gold, doesn't go away. Therefore, person will say, I have got 10 sovereign gold. All are not in the same shape. They are in different form of different ornaments. But what person will say, I have got this much gold. His gold drashti doesn't go away. So, as gold, all are one. That drashti doesn't go away. Similarly here, in Tada, in Savikalpa Samadhi, even though there is Advaita Bhanam, still Advaitam Vastu Bhasate. Advaita is, Bhasate means, is evident. is appreciated by the person, the meditator. And thus the conflict between Dvaita appearance and Advaita reality is resolved by this sentence. Otherwise in Savikalpa Samadhi there is a conflict. Appearance is there of Dvaita and appreciation of Advaita. The contradiction is there. That contradiction is resolved by appreciating the Mithyatvam of Dvaita. Dvaita Mithyatva Nishchayena eva Advaita Nishchaya bhavati. Without that it is not possible. Alright. And to convey this idea that what type of appreciation a person will have in this Savikalpaka Samadhi, that how Advaitam will be claimed by the person, even though he will be appreciating the appearance of, or he will be acknowledging the appearance of Dvaita. That is said in the next sloka. Taduktam Drishisvarupam gaganopamam param Sakrit vibhatam tvajamekamaksharam Alepakam sarvagatam yadadvayam Tadeva chaham satatam vimuktamom iti. And here this shloka is from Upadesha Sastri and they have given 73. There is no 73 chapter. So 10th chapter only. 19 chapters only are there. So 10.1. So 73, I don't know how it came. 73 page number maybe. Somehow 73 came. And it must be, it is there in some other book also. So from that, oh, bole, nakkal mein akal nahi hoti. So copy. So this, oh, makhi ka makhi bolte hai. You know what is makhi ka makhi? Have you heard this?
But I don't know the exact meaning. I don't
What is
know
that?
Copying everything without thinking, that is a
In engineering, they say that the person will be copying from somebody's sheet, drawing sheet. And in that, one person was doing drawing sheet, and that fly came and its spot will be there. So fly spot will be there, or fly itself might be there then. And now the other person is copying. He said this is also part. So he catch hold and put it. That is called makhi ka makhi. Anyway, so sometimes it happens. Oh, okay. This is a prasangika muktam. So, taduktam. So, how a person appreciates Brahma in Savikalpaka Samadhi, that appreciation is given in this shloka. Taduktam is, this idea is talked about. The Dvaita Bhane api Advaita Vastu Bhanam, Advaita Vastu Bhanam Uktam. Alright. Here, the appreciation of a Nididhyasu is given. And what is that? Anvaya is, he says, small Vakya is, the Mukhya Vakya is, Om iti yat param brahma tadevaham iti anvaya. Om iti yat param brahma tadeva aham iti anvaya. Means yat param brahma. Param brahma, the limitless, which is Brahma, which is Om iti, which is indicated by the word Om. Om iti means Om Shabda Lakshyam. Om iti yat param brahma, the limitless Brahma, which is indicated by the word Om, tadeva aham, that alone I am. Limitless Brahman, which is indicated by Om, that Brahman alone I am. That is the main sentence. And that Brahman, which I am, is presented by different words. So now we can see that Sajatiya Pratyaya, Not the identical pratyaya, but sajatiya, similar, not the same. So his appreciation will be aham drishisvarupam. I am, drishi means consciousness. I am drishi. Drish dhatu ki pratyaya, drishi means chaitanya. Drishyate anaya iti drishi. This Strilinga. So that because of which all perceptions happen. Because of consciousness alone, seeing is possible, hearing is possible. All operations of all organs of perception are possible because of this consciousness. Therefore it is called drishi. Shrotrasya shrotram manaso manaha. Drishi swarupam means chaitanya swarupam. I am Brahma, which is Chaitanya Swarupam. This aspect we very much highlight even in the beginning when we reveal the nature of Atma. Even though first what is called word in this description is Sat, Sat Chid Ananda. But generally we pick up Chit. That is how the style, Puja Swamiji is, I think Puja Swamiji, he also must have learned from someone. But this is how consciousness is highlighted first. Because then Dritrisya Viveka is easy. When you highlight the consciousness aspect, then Dritrisya, I am knower, I am illumining principle, everything is illumined. Therefore we start with consciousness. Even though Sat we should start. But then Drisya Viveka will not happen there. Sat, Why? Because Drishya also is Sat. So therefore we start with consciousness. Even though people don't know, we follow the order. See, sometimes we have to have the discretion. Okay. So Drishi Swarupam. I am Chaitanya Swarupa. In fact, this will become the basis for appreciation of other descriptions. When I appreciate myself to be Chaitanya Swarupa, then it will be Gaganopamam, Param, etc. will be possible. So you start with that. I am Drishi Swarupam, Chaitanya Swarupam. I am not the Drishyam, I am not one of the objects seen, I am the seeing principle, or I am the sight or the drishti behind even drashta, the Drishi Swarupam. So Drishi has got meaning drishti also. Drishti Swarupam, Chaitanya Swarupam. And Gaganopamam, I am like space. Gaganam upama yasya brahmanaha. Brahmana. Tad gaganopamam. Like space. Like space means what? I am pure like space. The space doesn't have any pollution. Or formless like space. People think that Atma is like a light, Generally, people imagination of Atma is light, some light. It is not. Gaganopamam. Amurtam Gaganavat Amurtam. Gaganavat Shuddham. Param. Param means it is transcendental. Transcendental means what? It is not confined to any object. It is not confined to any place, any particular place or any particular time. Param. Alright. And Param has got another meaning based on the Mundaka Upanishad. Aksharat Parataha Paraha. It is beyond Maya. So Param is Maya Titam. Alright. Sakrut Vibhatam. Sakrut Vibhatam is a very interesting expression. Sakrut means one, once. So we have to pronounce properly. Shakrut if you say, because some people every time sha they have to say. So Shakrut if you say, it means excreta, dung, cow dung, etc. is called Shakrut. So therefore, yadi na adhikam vyakaranam pata, something like shloka is there. Have you read this?
Yes, the father tells to his son.
Shakrut Shakrut madhut. So Sakrut means once. Vibhata means shining. So this Brahma or Atma is what? shining once. Shining once means only एक बार जल के बुझ जाता है, ऐसा नहीं. So that is not the idea. Sakrit Vibhatam means it is not subject to increase and decrease. Uniformly, completely shining. Chandravat Vruddhik Shaya Rahitam. The moon, what happens? It shines and increases and then again it becomes dark and again shining. So that type of thing is not there. Sakrit Vibhatam, only shining once, means it is shining uniformly. I consciousness shine uniformly. This also we need to assimilate well, because we may think that in a small insect there is a less consciousness. In human being more consciousness. It is not like that. They will say there is evolution of consciousness. So human beings have got evolution of consciousness. And you have to evolve further. And you will be evolving, and your consciousness will be evolved, and then you will become perfect consciousness. This is all these ideas because not understood Vedanta traditionally. So there are popular authors are there who said you have to evolve consciousness. So at the body level itself you will bring immortality. Then that person died. Their disciples were not ready to accept. So there is no evolution of consciousness. Those who talk about evolution of consciousness, they have not understood what consciousness is. The consciousness which we are talking about is not subject to evolution or devolution. Like devolution happens, no? So devolution or evolution is not happening. Sakrit Vibhatam, uniformly Purnataya, Krishnam Abhivyaktam. That is Sakrit Vibhatam. And so we should not think that in this human being more consciousness is there, in the less. We can say in human being more manifestation of consciousness is there. Not more consciousness is there, more manifestation is there. Light is falling uniformly. Only thing, some surface is very bright surface, so it will reflect more. It doesn't mean that sun is little bit more favorable to the mirror. It's not like that. It is shining, it is falling uniformly. Only manifestation may be different. Sakrit Vibhatam. Tu. Now we have to somehow manage only once Vibhatam. But so we may think that it must have started once, therefore it is said Ajam. No? But it is Ajam. So just to remove that possible doubt, that type of Sangati we can give. Is it clear? Sakrit Vibhatam kintu Ajam. Means it is, don't think it is once upon a time it started. Therefore tu Ajam. And one Tikakara says he said Pada Purnartham. Said job. Makes our job easy. Don't break your head. Pada Purnartham. To and. You can say simply and. Ajam. Sometimes we break our head. Oh my God, what is the connection? What is the connection? So some Tikakara comes to our help. Then they say Pada Purnartham. So it is easy. But don't do every time Pada Purnartham. Tattu Samanvayati tu is not Pada Purnartham. Because Swami, my teacher told that whenever tu is there, Pada Purnartham. In Brahma Sutra there is no Pada Purana. Never you should give the answer Pada Purnartham. Because Brahma Sutra is not a shloka. And in fact Alpaksharam it should be. So there, but here it is okay. So where to use, no? But sometimes the veterinary doctor gives some medicine, so this fellow saw and he gave it to his brother also. That doesn't work. The different things are there. So Sakrit Vibhatam tu Ajam. Ajam means birthless, free from birth. Na jayate iti Ajam. Ajam. Ekam. Ekam means here Swagata Bheda Rahitam. It doesn't have any Bheda based on this internal division. It doesn't have internal division. It doesn't have Bheda, wrong thing. So it is free from any internal division. Why we have to say Swami Ekam one, non-dual one? You say no, because Advaya is going to come. अभी तो थोड़ा जोर लगा के बोल देंगे, but we cannot do it. So we have to say after the Advayam what, and people won't have enough time to forget also, because next slide is coming. So Ekam, one. In means free from internal division. Ekameva Dvitiyam. So like that, no? That there is Advaya with Vijatiya Veda, Eka is Swagata Veda, like that. And Eva is Eka is Swagata Veda, Eva is Sajatiya Veda, and this is Vijatiya Veda, like that. So here we require that. Therefore, Ekam is Swagata Veda Rahita, free from internal division. What is the example for internal division?
Body.
Huh?
Body.
Body. What is the division?
It has got liver, kidney.
आप तो सीधा एनाटॉम वहां तक पहुंच गए. You can say hands, legs, etc. सीधा आपने तो स्कैनिंग कर दिया. ओके. So एकम, अक्षरम, imperishable, and kutastha. It is not having any impermanence and not having any change. So kutastha nityam, that is aksharam, imperishable, changelessly imperishable. So I consciousness never perish, never get destroyed. Alepakam. Alepakam is stainless. Stainless still I am. No, still I am not. Stainless consciousness. Still I am not. Stainless means free from any taint, any stain. So lepa means any what is called stain. So I am free from any lepa. Alepakam. Lepaha na vidyate yasya. Alepak. Tad alepakam. Stainless. Okay. Unaffected. Idea is niranjanam. Unaffected. Asanga. Ityartha. Sarvagatam. I am all pervasive. And we have seen that all pervasive is not like something is there and that Atma is spreading all over that. Sarvagatam means sarvanusyutam. Sarvanusyutam. That which is in and through as the very essence of everything. Sanmatram. Tikakara says Sarvagatam is Sarvatra Anusyutam Sanmatram. It is there as the very existence of everything. Sarvagatam. Yat, which is Advayam, non-dual. Sajatiya Vijatiya Bhedarahitam. Means there is no other Brahma and there is nothing really other than Brahman. Okay. And Tadevacha Aham, that alone I am. Not Tadapi, Kintu Tadeva. There is a difference, no? I am that also. People will say, I can see myself in so many ways. I can see myself as a citizen. I can see myself as a son. I can see myself as the habitant on the earth planet. And I can see myself as Brahman also. So person may think that this is one more way of looking at myself. So there are so many views. I can see myself as Amsha also. I can see myself as some servant of the Lord also. And I can see myself as Brahman also. That is not correct. That is my the Upadhi based, adjunct based introduction, which is a false introduction. Vastutaha Tadeva Aham, Tad Param Brahma Eva Advayam Brahma Eva Aham. Alright. And Param itself can be translated as, can be explained as Brahma. Param we said absolute or this beyond transcendental, but Param itself can be said Brahma. So I, Tad Brahma Eva Aham. Tadevacha Aham. And that alone I am. Yad Advayam, and that I am. And Satata Vimuktam. This is one of the important aspects of Vedantic teaching. What? I am ever free. Satatam means ever. Vimuktam means free. I am ever free. This idea is emphasized in Nididhyasanam. Satatam vimuktam. I don't have to become free. I am free right now, here and now. I am free. I was free, I am free, I cannot but be free. That is Satatam Vimukta. Om. Om is the word which indicates Brahman. So Om is Om Lakshyam Brahma Ahamasmi. Alright. In this manner, a person meditates. In this manner, when a person meditates on Advaya Brahma, at that time, even though Dvaitam appears, but it is understood to be Mithya, and therefore that Mithya Dvaita Bhanam does not affect the appreciation of Advaitam. Advaitam Vastu Bhasate. Alright. Now comes the Nirvikalpaka Samadhi. The final stage they call it. So final stage, final sadhana is Nirvikalpaka Samadhi. As we have said before, you don't have to say that I have to practice Nirvikalpaka Samadhi. A Nirvikalpaka Samadhi happens. And once you have done Savikalpa for some length of time, then Nirvikalpaka happens. And what is that? That is said in the next sentence. Nirvikalpakaha tu Natrugnanadi vikalpalaya pekshaya Advitiya vastuni Tadakara karitayaha Chitta vrittehe Atitaram eki bhavena avasthanam. Tu, whereas, here tu has got a meaning. The Pakshantara Dyotanartha tu Shabda. Tu Shabda is showing the other options. Earlier we discussed Savikalpaka, now we are discussing Nirvikalpaka. So Nirvikalpakaha means Nirvikalpaka Samadhi, divisionless Samadhi, absorption, is Avasthanam, is also abidance, staying. Of what? Chitta Vrittehe, of Chitta Vritti. So abidance of Chitta Vritti. What type of Chitta Vritti? Tadakara karitayaha. Same. Brahmakara karitayaha. Advitiya vastu akara karitayaha. So Chitta Vritti having assumed the shape, the feature of non-dual Brahma. So Tadakara karitaya Chitta Vritti means Brahmakarayaha Chitta Vrittehe. Chitta Vritti which is having its content in the form of non-dual Brahma. Brahmakara Vritti means what? The Vritti which is having its content in the form of Brahma, Advitiya Brahma. And of this Chitta Vritti, Avasthanam, remaining. Remaining where? Advitiya Vastuni, in non-dual reality. So Chitta Vritti remaining in non-dual reality called Brahma. And how does it remain? Atitaram, Eki Bhavena. Atitaram is exceedingly, completely. Eki Bhavena means with oneness, with identity. So Chitta Vritti remaining with complete identity in non-dual Brahma. Eki Bhava means what? Becoming one, identity. And Atitaram, Atitaram is Abhyaya. Ati, Tarap and Amu. Am. So Tarap, no, Tarap is Taro only there. Ati Tara Pratyaya, then Am. It becomes Atitaram. So we think it like a Sukram, Balaram, similarly Atitaram. It's not a name of a person. Atitaram is an indeclinable, conveying the idea of exceedingly, intensely, very much. Atitaram, Vijayate Taram. That's very common in North India, right? Okay, Atitaram. So Chitta Vritti remaining in non-dual Brahman with complete identity. Alright. And the speciality of this Nirvikalpaka Samadhi compared to the Savikalpa is Laya Apekshaya. Expecting means characterized by Laya, dissolution of what? Vikalpa, the division. What type of division? Natru Dhanadi Vikalpa. The division of knower, meditation as a knower, knowledge, etc. Or meditator, meditation, meditated. This type of division is resolved. So the mental absorption characterized by the dissolution of the division of meditator, etc., is called Nirvikalpaka Samadhi. And this Nirvikalpaka Samadhi is in the form of Chitta Vritti remaining with complete identity in non-dual Brahman. In simple words, in this meditation, there is no deliberate effort. There is no this consciousness, awareness that I am meditating on Brahma. That deliberation is not there. Deliberate effort is not there. It is a spontaneous state. Earlier was deliberate state. This is a spontaneous state. And how it happens? It is because of the momentum created by Savikalpaka Samadhi and the samskara. Like what happens when you this paddle the cycle for some time, the momentum is created. Afterwards, without paddling also, cycle will move. You don't have to do. So similarly here, that samskara of this Savikalpaka Samadhi or even Nirvikalpaka Samadhi is created a momentum, and because of that there will be continuity of the thought which is resolved into Advitiya Brahma, and there will not be appreciation or awareness of I am meditator meditating on Brahman. So in Panchadashi this Nirvikalpaka Samadhi is talked about, and then the question is raised, is there a vritti in that or not? Is there vritti in Nirvikalpaka Samadhi or not? It is there. Because after getting up from Samadhi, person says, I was absorbed in Brahman. I was absorbed with the thought, I am Brahman. So it's okay, now it is absorbed only, dissolved. So getting dissolved. So there is vritti. The Panchadashikara says, Vrittayastu tadanim agnata api atmagocharaha anumiyante. They are inferred. Smaranat, because of the remembrance of a person who has come out of meditation. Vyuthitasya, a person with vyuthita, he has got this remembrance, and therefore vritti is there but not cognized. And how anuvritti continues? How the anuvritti of vritti is there in the Nirvikalpaka Samadhi? He said it is because of the initial effort which is accompanied by the adrishta and samskara. Samadhi abhyasa samskara. So there also he says, Vrittinam anuvrittihi tu prayatnat prathamadapi. Adrishta असकृत abhyasa samskara sachivat bhavet. How anuvritti happens in the nirvikalpaka samadhi? I say anuvritti happens in Panchadashi. Anuvritti doesn't happen. Anuvritti in nirvikalpaka samadhi, it is because of the initial effort and it is supported by, accompanied by adrishta and also the samskara produced by the repeated practice of samadhi. So that the samskara is like momentum and therefore it continues. So anuvritti is there because of samskara created by the practice of meditation. And that type of meditation is called nirvikalpaka samadhi, where the chitta vritti is remaining in non-dual Brahma and there is no awareness of the division of meditator meditated. This is nirvikalpaka samadhi. And to explain the state of nirvikalpaka samadhi, what happens? One example is given of the salt dissolved in water. Those details we'll see in the next class. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.